Last time, I think I just about got to the point of trying to upgrade one of our dependencies. I think seed was on, in fact, yes, seed was using a particular commit hash, and then we tried upgrading it to 0.4, and then I'm not going to say everything broke, but I think everything broke. Let's try building, see what happens. If you're watching one video to the next, I guess you can remember, but I can't. It's been a number of days since the last video. Expected struct of seed URL, but it found a borrowed seed URL. Okay, so that's got to be, it's got to be in here. I guess actually before we get into this, so I'm hoping that we can fix this. What will hopefully be minor issue. Then maybe tidy the code up a little bit, and have a fairly quick run on this, I think, today. But we've got to get past this error here before we can get to tidying the code up. So where are we talking? Where is this root? This is in, can I just control plus click? Does that, oh, that's nice. Why haven't I been using that? Oh, that's wonderful. Cool. Learn something new every day. Okay, so we've got roots. What of it? They're somewhere else in here, are they? Okay, so up here we've got roots. Oh, I see. So here we're saying the definition of the roots function says that seed URL should be borrowed. Okay, I'm guessing I might be undoing something that we did last time, but I'm guessing that this will then create a different problem. No way. This is why you should sleep on problems. I was super stuck with this last time. Okay, it might not be working. Maybe this is it. Maybe it's compiled, but it, oh, there's a lot of tabs open, isn't there? Oh, this was the one we were fixing. This is the seed library. That's the live site. That's just going to confuse us. And the local test. Okay. Well, good news, bad news. How do I know if this is loading from cache? See, I don't know if that's loading from cache. Feel like maybe we can clear our cache. How do you do? I haven't cleared cache in Chrome. I haven't cleared Crash in Comb. Blah. Crash in Comb. I haven't cleared cache in Chrome for what feels like forever. I can't remember how to do it. It's terrible. Or I wonder if there's an option that's just like always. Yeah, look at that. Disable cache. Great. Great. Fibonacci's. That felt like it came from. It feels like it did come from. Oh no, of course, I didn't have to download anything. This is, I mean, this is definitely broken. I'm sure if I put this back, this definitely feels broken. This should load up the Fibonacci page. Why would it be broken? Okay, it feels broken. Is it definitely broken? I'm partly confused as to whether this is a caching issue. I don't think it can be. Don't think it can be. We have disabled the cache, right? And we could preserve the log as well, just to make doubly sure. If I refresh this page, or I hard refresh this page, it doesn't work. And I guess we can check the live site just in case there's some weird behavior. So I go to Fibonacci and then I refresh. Yeah, that always gives me the right one. I'm worried that if I deployed with this, it would break production. Probably the only person on the planet that's worried about that, considering it's super super unimportant site, but what would it, if we assume for a moment, so we'll dwell on this for a bit, and then we could just try, we could test in production, then we could try just deploying this and seeing what happens. But yeah, let's assume that something's broken for the moment. It looks broken, and we've made some changes here, haven't we? I think this might have been something that I potentially worryingly copied and pasted off of an example. The sole source of updating the model. So is it possible that we're not passing in this slug? Or maybe change page is being called. That would make sense. We should debug this, but I'm guessing if I click one of these, update and change page gets called. But perhaps change page doesn't get called, and it perhaps should, or the equivalent of when we first load, when we first render. Why have we noted this out? Not found in this scope. Okay, that's probably why I noted that out. So we don't have a window events in our example. What about, I got a, pretty sure there's a, I think we had this before, like there's loads of advertisements for seeds. That's not what we're after. This I think is what we're after, yeah. So going to this, there's got to be an example here, like an updated example of render. So this is, so what's this for? So this is for mouse and keyboard events. So it watches for mouse and keyboard events. No, if we're watching. I don't think we're going to need this, and I don't think this is what I don't think this is what I want. So let's leave that for now. Indeed, why not also check the manual? I clicked the wrong thing. Well, the wrong thing, I shouldn't have clicked anything. Events are created by passing listeners or vectors of listeners into element macros. I've just realised I don't have chat up on my phone. Apologies if people have been sending me messages. There we go. I might not have got messages. Apologies if you had a question, do resend. Now I've definitely got messages visible. Alright, so events. Events are created by passing listeners or vectors of listeners into element macros. They're created using the following functions exposed in the prelude. Okay, so a simple event, an input event, a keyboard event, a mouse event, or a raw event. The first is demonstrated in the example in the quick start section. Okay, I think this is probably not what we're after. Let's have a look at structure. So the model contains the state. That makes sense. So somewhere we've got our, here's our view, here's our, and that takes model as an argument. So the model is the current page and the current slug. Yeah, so I think it's just the initial page load that's not being smart. In this example, we initialize using Rust default traits. They're calling an update, but we're doing something slightly different. And then you've got your initial view. Well, you've got your view. Of course, we're loading up an entire page. So when we call a view, I feel like that needs... Okay, so when we call a view, that has a model passed into it. Therefore, the model needs to be correct. And here, model is default. Well, that's not strictly speaking true. Well, it is default, which is the news page, but I think this is probably our initial issue. I wonder if they're experiencing the same problems. If I refresh, let's say I go to components, that's guide 4, right? So this should be about components, and I refresh. That is not a good sign when the demo site has the same problem. And what if I don't refresh? What if I just enter on that? No. Because I'm guessing this is guide 0. If I refresh that, that works. Prerequisites. Okay. This could be a tough one if the demo site also experiences the same issue. But, you know, challenges are good, right? So here, okay, so view model. So model.page. So we need to set model.page to the right thing. And model.page equals page, model.slug equals slug. Where does slug come from? That's interesting. It's not here as an argument. What did this look like before? So the only thing we've changed is we've added an implement. Is it possible they've... I'm trying to work out if this is something that we should be fixing in our code, or if this is a bug with the seed library or the seed framework. Let's have a look just in case there's an outstanding bug, because I don't want to go around in circles on this for ages to find that this is an outstanding bug. Maybe it's that, but I don't think so. And this is back in like August, which was quite a while ago. Live reload. No, no, we don't need. I don't think we need that for this. So one is rendering, which may or may not be triggered after a model update. Another is lifecycle hooks, which seem to require different conditions to fire. All right. So I think we probably need to figure out we've got this default, right? So we default to page equals home. But how do we know what page we're actually on? Is there any code here that handles that? Is that what this is doing? This message. Yeah, I think this might be a bug with... I think this is a bug with the seed framework. That's what I think. So I'm going to file a ticket with them, and maybe they'll say, nope, no, this is something that you should be handling yourself, or maybe they'll update an example. Let's create a ticket. The worst that could happen. So, and also let's just check, because I'm using 0.4. What are the releases that we've got? 0.4.1. Check our lock file. Are we on 0.4.1? Yeah, we are. Okay. At least we're using the latest version of that, right? So added some improved ergonomics. All good updates. Maybe I should just double check this as well. The actual changes. That doesn't look relevant. Change the way special attributes. Disable autofocus. No. Message mapper now accepts closures. Orders is a trait now instead of a struct. It says breaking. Well, something definitely broke. Significant changes to message mapper. Orders has new methods. Clone app message mapper. Added more SVG. Several minor bug fixes. Examples updated to reflect these changes. Okay, I think I am going to file a ticket. File upload div height. Yeah, cool. 0.4.1 initial page is incorrect. Seems pretty harsh to link them to. I mean, how am I going to give a useful example? I think we've decided we don't need window events, so I can get rid of that. Let's put that back. 0.4.1 initial page is incorrect. And actually, you know what? We've got a log file where I can, or a TOML file rather, where I can even give them a revision where this worked. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if I could copy that? But I am unable to. Maybe I can do a git diff. Git diff. Yeah, there we go. Now I can. I just. Yeah, open the link. Could check their commits since then. So what's that? C8B E96. C8B. Alright, or E96. Maybe they've just done that many commits? No. Or I got it wrong. C8B or E96. Can never remember if it's the front or the end of a commit hash. Anyway, it's not here. So is this on a different branch? No, it says it's on. Oh, hang on a minute, that just doesn't load. Oh, it's because there's a bracket on the end. Okay, I was hoping to just link to the right page. Commits, yeah, that one please. So when was this? July 20th. Oh, okay, so we were using quite an old version. So potentially every commit since July 20th might have this issue. You know what? Let's be sensible and slowly step back as well, because it might be that 0.4.0 works just fine. Nope. No, I didn't save my file. So I'm really reluctant to create an issue unless we've like really thought about this as much as possible. But again, don't want to get stuck on this for too long. 20 minutes on this so far. I think pretty soon we'll have to move on to something else. So if I go back to... Where's my local test? There's my local test. So I hard refresh that. Yeah, that definitely didn't work. Whereas these continue to work. So 0.4.0 doesn't do it. So what did we just say this was? This was July 20th. So if I head back to a list of commits and I keep going back until here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now let's skip ahead a few to here, let's say. We've got another commit. Go to our cargo file. I feel like there should be an automated way of doing this. That would be nice. Let's recompile that. Why was I sitting on that page waiting for something to happen? I'm going to bring this to the front. Hard refresh. Hey, hang on a second. You know what? This is just... So that's broken. Interesting. And if I go back to the C8... I feel like that didn't properly recompile. But clearly it did. Oh, it's probably got that version cached actually. Whereas up here, did it recompile properly? Yeah, it did. So between those two versions, it breaks. So go back to this one. I want to clear this down. Fine, cruncher, so that breaks. Just to be extra sure. So let's head down to here. I'm going to take a copy of this. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's revert that, but keep that all important copy that works with 0.4.1. Well, works is a strong word for something that's broken. Let's try this. And then of course on 143, we change this as well. So this is 0.4.1. Grab a copy of that. Revert. Build again. Okay, that's building. And as soon as that's live, let's hard refresh this. Interesting. Update and view. Okay, I don't know why that's broken. So I think we file a ticket. We'll call this project a day for today because I don't want to work on other features on an old version of this framework. And then I think it's probably time to go back to some game development issues. New issue. Just going to file this issue and then we'll start something more interesting. Initial page is incorrect. And we're saying last good commit is this one. Last good commit where I'm seeing this problem. No, where this last good commit where this problem doesn't occur. I noticed the example website also. In fact, maybe we just keep it about their website. This page is incorrect. This example website also doesn't, and we had an example. Where is it? Where has it gone? Here. So if I go to like guide 3 and then I say take me there, yeah, it takes you back to the quick start. I noticed the example website also experiences this problem. If you view this URL, you do not, you see the home page, but not the whatever it is, third page. I'll relabel that in a second. So the third page was events, not the events page. There we go. Not the events page. As far as I can tell. Page is incorrect. Cool. Okay, I think we can hopefully say we've done a good job with that. I did break basic etiquette. Thank you for your interest in contributing. Bug reports, all welcome. Before submitting, well, I didn't submit a PR. Just want to check I haven't not done something. No, I think that's everything. I've got a changelog as well. Maybe I should. Oh, that's just the changelog. Okay, it doesn't necessarily help us because we've already read it. Okay, that is probably this project for today then. So let's switch to something a bit more interesting. By interesting, I mean something we're not completely stuck on. There are too many tabs open. Okay, mission number 1. Close some tabs. What is this? Don't care.